What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be learning how to counter Esmeralda. So I am gonna be playing Aurora this gameplay. This is actually a really old gameplay. This is before the nerf Esmeralda. The Esmeralda now has been nerfed, so it's actually easier to do the strat if you want to do the strat. I've been thinking about playing Aurora as like a support tank rather than like a full out mage. But on this gameplay, I actually played full out mage Aurora at mid lane to actually counter Esmeralda and Claude. So Aurora is really good when Claude ultis, and then I freeze Claude while he ultis. I actually cancel it, and it's actually really an underrated way to counter Claude. But it's very useful. Let's see what happens here. Let's go with the gameplay. I'm gonna be with Fanny, Grok, Kari, and Diggy, and this was actually solo queue. So I don't know anybody that I'm actually playing with. Let's see here. I need to buy my boots first. All I'm trying to do is pretty much power up my freeze before I even get into lane, so I can just put some pressure if an enemy team comes, because I have Grok with me. So if they come by, now that I have all my stacks, it's really good for me. If Esmeralda like if she tries to clear this, I can actually freeze her, but she didn't actually went for it. She let me push. So what me and Grok are gonna do, we're just gonna do the red buff right now. Right there, he actually missed the first kill, but that's fine. Yep, it's very important for Aurora to get the buff. If you don't have the buff for Aurora, might as well just go for like some mana necklaces, a couple mana necklaces, or demon shoes, because she is very mana hungry early stages of the game. You're not gonna be able to spam your skills and not be able to stack your freeze. So make sure you actually make sure you get demon shoes or get the blue buff or red buff, depending on what your teammates do. Okay. As for leveling up your skill, I usually level up my first skill, but you could also level up your second. The second skill is I don't know how that missed. I actually missed the freeze right there, which should have hit the Belric, but yeah, he should have been frozen right now. The Belric actually, but ended up missing that first skill apparently, because the first skill actually has AoE damage. It has like an explosive damage depending on where it hits. And right there, I get an easy kill on Belric. I use Purify right away so I don't get slowed by Esmeralda. And I'm just trying to help out my teammate Kari to get away, and that is exactly what happened right there. I don't know if I got the first blood. We both our kills are 1-1 though. So, but yeah. As soon as I see that the bot lane is now clear, I'm gonna go mid lane. I actually did not notice that Esmeralda was on me, and I actually managed to freeze her. Just trying to bait her from coming to me, so Grok can actually put some pressure on her. I'm not level 4 yet, so I'm gonna back. I'm pretty low. Don't want to fight Esmeralda when she's already level 4. The most important thing about Aurora is pretty much the ulti. Using your freeze, stacking up your freeze and using your ulti with that freeze. It's so game changing if you use it correctly. Plus late game, it's only like 18-second cooldown, so you could keep using it every single team fight. And the burst is insane. You could pretty much 0 to 100, heroes like carry heroes like Claude, any mages, anybody really. You can 0 to 100 unless they have like Winter Truncheon, or if they have Purify or Flicker to actually dodge it. Then yeah, that's the hardest part. As you can see here, I'm saving up my skills just for my ulti. As soon as I saw I have ulti, I'm just auto attacking these minions right here. Don't wanna waste my first skill on those minions. Of course, there are times where I use my first skill and second skill even though I have freeze stacked up. If I know that the enemy team is the enemy team is really far. But if I see the enemy team really close to me and I'm looking for a set, boom, easy double kill right there with my ulti, as long as you place it correctly. So I'm 3-0-0 right now. We're actually ganking pretty well. Very good ulti from Diggy, but I did not I actually forgot that Guinevere was on the opposite team, and we actually missed it. So I don't know if you guys can hear the gameplay. I can turn it up a little bit. There you go. I turned it up a little bit, so maybe you can hear it now. But I'll put music in the background just so it's not too silent or awkward. Let's see here. I came back to lane. I don't. It's really hard. The hard part about Aurora is, it's really hard to jungle by yourself. You need a support with you. If you don't, you're not gonna be able to clear the jungle minions really well. Again, I'm using my ulti to just zone the enemies out. I get another kill right there, so I get 4 kills now. 4-1-1. Trying to kill Fanny. This Fanny's 1 HP. I don't know if I get the kill. Oh, actually, was that? Oh, that Fanny was a ghost. Sorry. That Fanny was a ghost. Another kill. I should have gotten that kill, but Diggy got it with the bomb. That's alright, though. We managed to get a lot of kills from that. I see Esmeralda right here, and I actually juked her out, but I think I still die. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I still die here, since she's just going to eat my health up with the second skill. Can't do anything about that. I missed my first kill. I didn't have freeze ready. I did not expect it to be there, so... but let's see here though. Let's see what we can do to counter Esmeralda and Claude. So all I need to do once I have it stacked up, once I have my free stacked up, wait for a set, make sure I use my ulti efficiently. It doesn't even matter for these. Like these can go after. First skill and second skill can go after. I'm trying to put vision for my teammates. Yeah, Aurora is a really slow farmer, so you'll see me behind in gold a lot during this game. But her burst is really insane. Let's see what I do here. I think I set Claude if he goes in. Yeah, I'm trying to like look for at least two members, but I ended up only getting Belric right there on my freeze. Right here though, Claude was super low. He was forced to actually use Purify because he thought that I had freeze, but I didn't really have it. He should have paid attention on my stacks. But let's see what happens here. We have the pressure. I have the freeze. So I'm using the freeze to kind of just scare the enemy away from going in. Right here, if Esmeralda goes any closer, I'm actually going to freeze her. And that's why she backed off, as you can see. She didn't even bother like clearing the small minion right here. Because if she ended up being aggressive, I'm just going to go for the freeze. And me and Kari will go for the burst. Right here, I'm just trying to just support. I'm more of like a support mid laner at this point. Looking for a set. Not really farming too much, and I'm really roaming. I'm camping bushes and roaming really. Fanny's not doing too bad as well. Look at me and Kari. I just stick next to her and look at this. This guy's gonna get he's gonna get bursted. Not gonna be able to do anything, and that is how we counter Esmeralda. Just don't let her build up her shield, and as soon as she gets CC'd, she can't do anything. If she has Purify, she still gets bursted, right? As long as you hit your ulti. Aurora's really ulti dependent, and your freeze really does matter. And right here, I see Guinevere going in, and I freeze her automatically. She didn't even get to ulti, right there. As soon as she used second skill, I froze her immediately, just so she can't use ulti to immune. I have my ulti ready again. As you can see, I'm looking for it. I already have it aimed. I don't click it just once. I have it aimed manually, so I can put it at the best place possible. So I could at least stun like 2 or 3 people at once. Look at this. I actually stunned 2 people right there at the back line. Esmeralda's super low. If she goes in, she gonna die. But this advertisement sucks. Take that off. Couldn't really see what happened right there because the advertisement blocked it. But I moved it here now. I moved it this direction. Since, like I said, this was an older gameplay, so my older loots used to be on this side. It's on this side now. I see that Vexana's pretty overextended, considering that the first tower right here is already down, so she's automatically dead as soon as I see her, as you can see. Boom, 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 dead, right? Pretty much simple combo. If you don't want to miss your ulti, if you're worried that the enemy is gonna flicker, use your second skill to make sure that your freeze does actually land, because this is it's kind of like a Eudora stun, but it doesn't have travel time. It freezes them right away as soon as you click it, and as soon as you're in the range, right? And that's what's so good about Aurora. Her burst, I think Aurora's burst is actually almost the same as Eudora, and it's AoE. So she's like a buff Eudora, but her stun is not always there. You actually gotta stack up for your stun. Where Eudora, you don't need to stack up for your stun. She always has a stun on her second skill, right? So yeah, the fact that I actually messed up right here because I got hit by the Vexana. If I didn't, I was planning on ulting right here. But Vexana made a really good first skill right here and actually taunted me right there. I couldn't throw out my skill. I messed up. And that was actually my fault. That was my bad on that part. And that's fine though. We're still winning on kills by 10 kills. We're doing good. We're 6-3-4. If you do play Aurora, you're most likely going to be behind on gold. And the build that I have for her on this game is pretty much like um, full, full burst build. I want to do Lightning Chun-Chun, Clock of Destiny, and build a lot of magic penetration just so I can burst anybody that I want. And I get an easy kill. Oh, almost an easy kill right there. And look at that. I remember what I told you about the Claude, countering Claude. Once he ultis, I can freeze him and his ulti gets cancelled. So that's the good part about that. Right there. I see my ulti's up again, and I see Esmeralda was actually like loading up. I saw the Diggy time skip was actually really good. I tried to time it to where Esmeralda was gonna run out, and then the Diggy ulti would actually take her back to my ulti, but it didn't work. She actually stayed inside the circle. Guinevere went for me, couldn't do anything about that. I didn't have freeze at that moment. So let's see what happens here. Fanny's actually doing pretty decent. She kind of messed up on those cables right there as soon as I said she was doing decent. We're still not doing so bad. I see Diggy having a lot of trouble right here. I just went back. Like, even if I set someone here, I don't have any follow-up, so yeah. Like I said, look at I'm not really using my my first skill and second skill for the once I have freeze. If an enemy's nearby, I always try to save it so I could freeze with my ulti and just place that correctly. As soon as I place my ulti correctly and have it have the freeze on that ulti, it's gonna be game changing. Right here, let's see what happens here. I tried to go for the freeze with the second skill, but he went to the bush, so I couldn't really get it. So I just went for this instead, for the Belric instead, because Claude was already away. See what happens here. See, there's Claude again, gets bursted right away if he goes in. That's the hard part about having Aurora on the opposite side when you're playing a Claude. I actually tried to ulti that direction, but I didn't make it, like this direction. It cancelled instead, but that's alright. We ended up getting a wipeout right there. That's pretty good. We're 8, 4, and 9. We're not doing so bad, because as you can see, if you don't know the meta, Aurora is not really considered meta, I would say, since not a lot of people play it. But she definitely has potential, like as a support. I would think she's more of a support rather than a mage. Her biggest disadvantage is pretty much wave clearing the jungle. She doesn't farm very fast, like Lunox, Goshon, and all the mages like Selena, Esmeralda, Guinevere. They farm really fast. While Aurora, she really has to have like another person to actually clear for her. So I think using her as a support would definitely be more viable at this current meta compared to the way I'm using her in this current gameplay. My main objective here was actually to just save my freeze and freeze Esmeralda as much as possible. Because if I freeze her, her shield does not get stacked up all the way to full health. Well, now it's at 50% health. And plus Claude, if Claude goes in and he's really fed, I could just freeze and his ulti gets cancelled. And all he has is his basic attack, right? Claude's main damage is his ulti. And that is why Aurora is so like effective against this team comp that I'm going against right now. Guinevere, whoa, the Lord, that was weird. The Lord went for the Gosu. That was actually real. I was super surprised when that happened. Again, I see Claude going for the ulti right there. Look at he's probably dead at this point. Almost. He's really low. Didn't really do anything. Esmeralda actually went in with the ulti. Esmeralda actually counters Diggy, so I was really surprised that she wasn't carrying the opposite team. Because Esmeralda just eats every single shield that we put on our team. But since we got Lord, we're pushing very well. I'm 9, 4, and 12. 12 assists, 9 kills, which is not too bad. I have ulti again, so I'm waiting for an ulti. My ulti right here. I see Claude. Boom. Instant. Instant kill with just one ulti. I didn't even use my second skill or first kill during that combo. And that Claude was like 75% health. He was dead right away. I have Lightning Chun-Chun. Clock of Destiny is almost stacked up right here. I also have Divine Glaive, I believe, and yeah, Holy Crystal. So it's like a full burst build. But if I was to play her in this current meta to counter like Claude and Esmeralda is a current meta right now, I would say that building her, maybe building her as a support with Fleeting Time or Lightning Chun-Chun first, since her ulti is already low cooldown, 18 seconds cooldown. I would suggest like Mana Boots and then Lightning Chun-Chun and then going with like Dominance Eyes so that your mana actually scales with your Lightning Chun-Chun, so you do a little bit more damage. You still have burst even though you're tanky. Oracle's really good, right? More cooldown on your ulti. And right here, I don't have freeze for Claude, so that's the bad part. The timing over there was actually pretty bad. But I'm trying to just spam my skill so I can get that shield right away. As soon as I have it, I wait for Claude to go in. Let's see what I can do right here. I go for the freeze. Boom. Dead. Doesn't even matter if he has lifesteal. As long as I can burst Guinevere, my first skill and my second skill will do so much damage. Again, I don't have to hit anybody with my first skill, so my main objective is just to use my first skill over and over again, so I have the shield. I have the stacks all the time. I have ulti again. Boom. 3 people are stunned. Easy kills for my teammates, right? Oh, Esmeralda actually did not. Oh, she did die. Alright. So that's a kill right there. Claude had to teleport out. See, just if you're setting for your team correctly with Aurora, is super game changing. It's just super game changing. If they run Purify or if they have Flicker to dodge it, then just wait for your next ulti. Look at, I have my ulti up again. All you have to do is stack up for your next your freeze again and wait for your ulti, and you could do the exact same thing. They can't have Purify and Flicker all the time, right? So obviously you're just gonna waste it for them. You don't have to engage every single time that you throw out your ulti. You could just use it to bait out the enemy spells, and like if they have Winter Chuncheon. Let's see here. Let's see what I do right here. Guinevere is actually going really close. They don't even know I'm here. Look at this. Boom! Like 4 people stunned right there. Vexana bursted right away. Couldn't even do anything. There's no outplay to a burst. You cannot outplay a burst. I'm actually looking for a Guinevere kill, and I think I go for. Oh, I almost went for her. She got time skipped though, and he dies. I just go for a Belric. Oh no, I go for a Esmeralda stun, I guess. Boom. Get stunned. Boom. Easy kill for my teammates, right? They can't go in. Look at this. Just the pressure of having Aurora. If you're positioning yourself correctly, they can't do anything. And that should be GG after that. 13 kills, 16 assists, right? As Aurora. We roamed not too bad. Aurora's a pretty bad roamer for a mage. She doesn't have a lot of mobility like Gosu, Lunox, Esmeralda, Guinevere. So yeah, it's very hard to roam with her. So make sure if you're using her, you better have like a support with you at mid lane, and you roam with that tank or support at mid lane. We did good. We didn't get the MVP. Kari ended up getting the MVP instead, but I feel like I did a lot of good things. Well, I should have gotten the MVP if I didn't die 4 times, but obviously that counts into my score. She died less, so obviously she's gonna get the MVP. Plus, she was building the correct build anyways. So yeah, that is it for this gameplay. Hopefully you guys learned something, and hopefully you guys can experiment around with Aurora. If you have any suggestions or feedback with the Aurora gameplay that I showed you guys just now, please comment that below. Don't be scared to comment it, and tell me what you think about her. Is she viable as a meta, or like, is she viable as a support? Is she viable as a mid mage, or whatever you guys think? Just tell me that below in the comment section, and I'll comment and check it out. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and that is it. Peace.